dream I know deep up my feelings for you.
Onitsha resident protest to Demarket Soludo. Moving on, we have Nenji demands restatement, so he threatens to drag Gospel Akpabio before Nigeria Bar Association. Alright, my people, welcome back to this wonderful channel as we bring you back-to-back updates and information as they hot. In case it's your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to turn notification bell so that whenever our news drop, now you go be the first to watch. My people, as Nigeria don't be like this now, and every day now news day in your foka. My people, as they be now make una no verse. I got the update to that. As they knew they come our way one after the other. My people, following the report that a section of the Ochanja Road in Onitsha under construction by the Anambra state government was washed away during a downpour, some residents of the area have taken to the streets to protest that it was an attempt to rubbish the state governor, Professor Soludo. The residents are saying that desperate politicians were at work and they have urged them to leave Governor Soludo alone to concentrate on the delivery of dividends of democracy to the people. Chief Okudili Obiwane lamented that politicians in the state were sparing no effort in the attempt to discredit the good work that Governor Soludo is doing in Ochanja in particular and Anambra as a whole. He said that as far as they are all concerned, nothing is wrong with the road under construction. That what happened is that the contractor was putting the initial layer of asphalt on the road when the very first major rain in Anambra fell with the attendant flood, unseating the hot asphalt that is yet to settle on the stone beds and cement stabilization component that had earlier been compacted on the stretch of the road. So according to Okudili, said nothing serious happened to warrant the protest that was being carried against Soludo and his government. Okudili said he observed that for over 4 decades, that successive governments had come and gone without thinking of reconstructing or doing any meaningful on the Ochanja Road. But before now, the road was one dusty stretch that never crossed the previous governor's mind. But within 2 years of Soludo's administration, the story changed in a manner that beat everyone's imagination. So more so, the quality of roads are of high standard with street light to match. Hey, my people don't be smart. They try cover what is Soludo they do, because Soludo will soon say that it's Peter will be fault. The way would they see him that when it comes to quality road, that made they just leave and for Dr. Chris Ngige. The Anambra people are still using the road he did since 2003 till date. Honestly, it's a very shameful thing, and he will still come out in the media to speak long English. Anambra need pathways with APGA for real. They are like cancer to the Anambra. This APGA standard of road construction since 2006. This is why 99% of the roads built by Governor Peter Obi and Governor Bino cannot be found anywhere. The road have literally evaporated into the air. Honestly, my people, you need to come and see the way the Anambarians are hailing Dr. Chris Ngige because of what he did in Anambra State. Why can't the government engage competent contractors to build the roads? This is total waste of time, resources, and taxpayer monies. Honestly, it's high time the Anambra people have to wake up. Let them vote massively. Honestly, these people are still playing the old politics to us, using projects to buy the heart of the people for the next election. The ones that already are done with low standard materials, the one yet to be done will be delayed till next election. Oh boy, is that time Anambra have to wake up? They don't pass this stage now. However, most of the states in Nigeria, Anambra are far richer than them, both in IGR and the rest. So what is going on? Only Peter Obi and Ngige gave Anambra good road, some parts, but was not maintained by others that came in. So tell me, why won't roads be maintained? It's a pity that next election, some gullible fellows will still vote the same people that are killing them. So guys, I would like to know your thoughts, your contributions, your opinions in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Moving on to the next one. The Senate representing Bauchi Central in the Senate, Ahmed Nenji, wrote to the Senate President Gospel Akpabio demanding that the suspension placed on him should be lifted. He said this through his lawyer Femi Falana's son, noting that if his suspension was not lifted in the next 7 days, that he would drag the Senate, Gospel Akpabio, before the Federal High Court. My people, no be small matter. This Senator Nenji really mean them. They never say anything yet. My people, the Senate on March 12 sent Nenji on 3-month suspension over his claim that the 2024 budget was padded to the tune of 3.7 trillion. So Nenji in the media claimed that where the budget passed by the National Assembly for the 24 fiscal year was 25 trillion. But the one being executed by the presidency was 28.7 trillion. So he was wondering, how come So at the plenary on March 12th, the Senate took the Bauchi senator on to defend the allegation, at the end of which he was slammed with a 3-month suspension for damaging the image of the Red Chamber over what Senator decided was an unfounded allegation. So following the pronouncement of the suspension, Senator Nenji packed his things and walked out of the Red Chamber, waving to his colleague. So he subsequently stepped down from his position as the chairman of the North Senator Forum and was replaced by All the Progressive Congress Senator Abdulaziz Yadua, represented Katsina Central. So, 2 weeks after his suspension, Senator Nenji, through his lawyer Falana, contended that the process of his suspension was faulty. So, his letter to the Senate President was received at the Senate President office on Wednesday. In the letter, Falana wrote on March 9, 2024, saying that his client granted an interview to the BBC Hausa Service on the 24 Appropriation Act, that he expressed his view on the budget of the federal government and the exercise of his fundamental right to freedom of speech guaranteed by Section 39 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, and Article 9 of the African Charter on Human and People Rights, which were the laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004. So he got dissatisfied with the interview because they caused his client to be put on trial before the Senate on March 14, 2024, contrary to the previous of the legislative houses. My people, not be only that, he went on to say that the Senate President acted as an accuser, prosecutor, and judge in the case because what Godswill Akpabio did was in utter violation of the provision of Section 36 of the 1999 Constitution. So he urged that apart from violating Nenji's fundamental right to a fair hearing, that the Senate also violated the right of the people of the Bauchi Central Senatorial District to representation in the Senate for 3 months. Because this is a breach of Section 111 of the Constitution and Article 13 of the African Charter on Human and People Rights. As most of them are no doubt aware that the federal court has struck down the suspension of some members of the Senate and the House of Representatives who had accused the leadership of both houses of budget padding, corruption, or abuse of office. Especially, the court declared the suspension of the affected legislature illegal and unconstitutional. As a senior lawyer, he said Godswill Akpabio ought to have drawn the attention of the members of the Senate to this decision and several others, where the High Court of some stated and the Court of Appeal have held that no parliament in Nigeria has the right or power to suspend or expel a legislator and confiscate his salaries and allowances. So they all can agree with him that the suspension of Senator Nenji and the denial of his entitlement are illegal and unconstitutional, every material particularly. So they have compared to request and to ensure that the said suspension is lifted forthwith. But if they fail to accede to his request 7 days upon receipt of his letter, that he shall not hesitate to pray the High Court for the restatement of his client, and he shall equally report to the Legal Practitioner Disciplinary Committee for treating the judgment of the Federal High Court and the High Court of Appeal with disdain. He go be boba to boba, so it's better for them to reply them. Now they are giving them 7 days ultimatum. So guys, I would like to know your thoughts, your contributions, opinions in the comment section. Once again, thank you all so much for staying with us. We really do appreciate. On this note, we have come to the end of today's segment. Like, comment, your winners, the same guys. Bye.